to you the land of Canaan, and to be your power. Next, I want to go over ceremonial laws. Ceremonial laws. Laws concerning the 3 feasts so far. Exodus 23 and 14. Exodus 23 and 14. "3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year." 3 times, it's Exodus 23 and 14. He said, 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread, which is the Passover. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee. So when the Passover comes, you got to get rid of all the leaven out of your house. And we got to eat unleavened bread for 7 days. It's called the Feast of Unleavened Bread. And we got to start preparing for this now. As I was saying, we want to know those that's coming from out of town, so we can prepare for you to come out from out of town. And those that's going to be here that's coming, we need a head count. People just want to come in, and they don't even really have it supported to be able to do all the things that we got to do to make this feast marvelous before the eyes of the Most High. That we need to know who's coming, who's really going to be there. It's around the first week of the 4th month. This is the first month, so you count from here 3 more months. From here, you just get the 4th month. Around the 2nd, I think, the 2nd or 3rd, something like that. Maybe, the 4th month, it's like it. I'm trying to, as much as possible, stop calling on these gods. Days of the week, the months that they named after gods. Their idols. As much as possible, we don't need to. Exodus 23:14 says, 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month of Abib, which is the 1st month. For in it thou camest out from the Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty. So just letting you know that as we come, we're supposed to have something to give. As we come, a lot of people, they don't follow this law. Every time we come to the Feast of Unleavened Bread, you got to have something to give. Now, if it's your first one, you might not know about it, but you're hearing what the Most High said. We're supposed to come before him empty. You see, that means you're supposed to be able to come with some type of offering. It says, "In the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of ingathering," which is we call it the Feast of Pentecost also, which is in the end of the year, when thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. That's just a certain period of time that we said end of the year, because that's the harvest time. A lot of times, our monies came with our harvest, cattle and so forth, with our crops and so forth. That's the time that they were getting ready to harvest. It's around the 9th month, generally the 9th or 10th month of the year. Well, as counting as we count during our time. Verse 17, 3 times in a year all thy males shall appear before the Most High. See, that's clear. All the men are supposed to come before the Most High 3 times in a year. I mean, come on, we got 365 days in a year. You look at all the years that went by and how so many men have learned this, we went through this, and they were doing it year in and year out, and now they didn't do it at all. But yet still, they say that they're okay with the Most High. No, man. All sin is abomination to the Most High. 3 times. I mean, you're gonna tell me you don't do something 3 times over 3 times a year that you know you're doing that you like to do? If it's nothing but wait till your program that you like, some kind of, or going out to the show 3 times a year. 4 times, you done did it more than the Most High said come before him. You see? This is how important it is. But I mean, come on, man. How lenient can you be? Only 3 times out of the year? You got 365 days in a year. So 362 days, you're doing whatever you want to do. Except for the Sabbath. You got to honor the Sabbath. You should. I won't say everybody do. But that's why we're going over the laws to know what we can do and what's right and what's wrong. So we can be in the spirit with the Most High. He won't be angry with us. His wrath won't wax hot against us. Verse 18, Exodus 23 and 18. Thou shalt not offer the blood of my sacrifice with leavened bread. Neither shall the fat of my sacrifice remain until the morning. Meaning, we're not supposed to have leavened bread. Like our bread that we mainly eat, it has leaven in it. So we have leavened bread, which is just flour and water. You know what I mean? A little sweet if you want, but it's just no leaven, no yeast in it. Like anything that have yeast in it, we got to, dismiss. We're not going to have that at the Passover or the Feast of Leavened Bread. We're not going to have that. He told us we got to eat unleavened bread for 7 days. You see? And whatever we have, we got to get discarded. That's why we got to have a head count, because we don't want to. I bought lamb. He said you can't just say, okay, you take this home, you take this home, you take this home. He said you got to discard it before the morning. So once everybody eat everything that they're going to eat, the rest of it got to be tossed away. We used to burn it, you know what I mean? So you got to have enough for everyone. You got to make sure everybody get full, and you will make sure you have enough for everyone. And the rest of anything left, you got to discard it before the morning. Whatever you don't eat before the sun come up, you got to get rid of it. That's what he's saying. Discard it before the morning. Verse 19. Exodus 23:19. The first of the first fruits of thy land thou shalt bring into the house of the Most High thy power. Thou shalt not seed a kid in his mother's milk. So what is this? He telling us the first fruits of the land we're going to bring into our house. You see? And we ain't supposed to be having what they call veal. What they call it baby lamb veal. Veal. The kid and his goats, I mean the baby lambs. You ain't supposed to be taking the baby lamb. They still supposed to be able to nourish themselves with the mother lamb. See what I'm saying? To grow up to be a lamb. But they take them away. They call it veal, I believe. These are the things that we're supposed to be looking at, and then you examine the way it is today. They breaking the laws of the Most High. They're not following the laws of the Most High. Deuteronomy 16:16. 3 times in a year shall all thy males appear before the Most High, thy power, in the place which he shall choose, in the feast of unleavened bread, which is the Passover, and in the feast of weeks, which we call Pentecost, or Feast of Ingathering, and in the Feast of Tabernacles. And they shall not appear before the Most High empty. See, he's speaking. And we can say whatever, but people that go to church, some of those churches, you see those corner churches, I'm looking at a corner church, it's been there forever. They take care of their churches. They make sure that they have somewhere to come to worship. But Israel just wants something for free. But we can talk about the Christian churches and the Muslims or whoever you want to say, but they're taking care of their business. They're taking care of their business. They ain't coming up in there without, they got the plate, they passing it, and they put something in there to make sure that they maintain, they have a building fund all the time. Building fund to make sure that they're taking care of the lights, electric, water, the mortgage if they buying it, or the rent. Taken care of. See what I'm saying? But Israel don't consider. And all you that do, I appreciate it because you're in the spirit. We all that's in the spirit working together, we doing something. It don't take a lot. It's just a matter of those that's diligent, making sure that it's taken care of. Everybody don't have that mindset. That's why I say you ain't supposed to come before the Most High empty. Now you going before the Most High, you going up into heaven? You got to think too, because they was like, this Most High, he don't dwell in temples made with him. But what he say? You shall not come before the Most High empty. In the Mashak Abashai, he said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in my name, I am in the midst thereof. So he's there. He representing the Most High. He's the word of the Most High. He's there. He's here. He's here with us. Verse 17, every man shall give as he is able, according to the blessing of the Most High, thy power, which he have given thee. So, you got to look at this. When you look at how the Most High has blessed us throughout the year, so we got to give as we are able, how the Most High has blessed us. Wow, the Most High blessed me this with this. You look at how he blessed you this way and that way. So you got to think about it as I come before the Most High on these holy days, that you don't come empty, and you show that the Most High has blessed us, because the Most High come through when there's no way. He's the way every time. At least for me, he always come through. You see what I'm saying? So you got to think about that. That's why I always got to have something to give. So I'm giving. Just it's better to give than to receive. If you give, then you're going to receive. He said that. See what I'm saying? So that's what he's telling us. Because there's things that has to be done. This is like the new year. A lot of it, like the Feast of Unleavened Bread, is the new year for us. So we starting, and it's coming up in the 4th month, like I say, around the 2nd day. So now we start a new year at that time, not Esau's dead of winter. They just talking about the new year was a few days ago, man. Get out of here. It's winter time out here. It's been cold. We had to get heaters and everything up here to keep warm. And we out here where the sun is shining. So you know what people doing back east, man. The dead of winter, talking about it's New Year. That's not New Year. That's why they got April Fools. The 4th month, the 1st day. Because they done fooled everybody. To be a fool, you lied to, right? That's why they got April Fool's Day, man. So, the second one, we're going to go into the Sabbath. Come on, man. They put it in your face. They put it in your face, right? Exodus, the 20th chapter, and the 8th verse. Exodus 20 and 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. You got to remember the Sabbath day, which is the 7th day of the week, starting the 7th evening to the 1st day evening, which will be this evening. Will be the first day will start when the light is gone. You see? When the light is gone on the 7th day, when the light is gone in the 7th day evening, then that will be the first day. That's when the first day starts. It's like hours before Esau saying starts at 12 o'clock. The witching hour, you know what I mean? Nah, a day starts from evening to evening. When you read Go to Genesis, the first chapter. And to show you how everything is out of order. The whole earth is out of course. Look at verse 5. And the Most High called the light day. This is what he created first. The Most High called the light day, and the darkness he called night. And the evening and the morning were the first day. See? The evening and the morning were the first day. Look at verse 8. And the Most High called the firmament heaven. And the evening and the morning were the second day. This is why we're saying first day, second day, third day, fourth day. This is not something that's just we making up. This is what he called it, second day. Verse 13. And the evening and the morning were the third day. See? Verse 19. And the evening and the morning were the fourth day. And so forth and so on. So I just went there to show you how the evening to the morning to the next evening is a day. Not at 12 o'clock at night. More, that's how everything's been changed, man. So the Sabbath is the seventh day, sundown, or I'll say evening to evening. Okay? Verse 10, Exodus 20 and 10. But the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Most High, thy power. In it thou shalt not do any work. You, nor thy son, nor your son, nor thy daughter, nor your daughter, thy manservant, nor thy maidservant, nor thy cattle, nor thy stranger that is within thy gates. So no one's supposed to be working on the Sabbath day. Serve our work. For in 6 days the Most High Mashiach made heaven and earth, the sea, and all that in them is. And rested the seventh day. Wherefore the Most High blessed the Sabbath day and hallowed it. He made it righteous. Now go to Isaiah 58 and 13. Isaiah 58 and 13. Isaiah 58 and 13. Looking at the Sabbath day. If thou turn away thy foot from the Sabbath day, from doing thy pleasure, is your pleasure. That includes sexual intercourse, pleasure in that. The things that you like to do, the pleasure that you have. Turn your right thy foot from thy pleasure on my holy day, not our holy day, on my holy day, the Most High says. And call the Sabbath a delight, the holy of the Most High, honorable, and shall honor him. See? Honor the Most High. Not doing thine own ways. Not doing the things that you would normally do, or that you, whatever it is that you want to do. Not finding thine own pleasure. See? Not finding the pleasure in doing things that you normally would do. Nor speaking thine own words. That's deep. Because we're supposed to be thinking about what we learned in these scriptures. That's why we're here in these scriptures now. It's a Sabbath day, and we operate in the word of the Most High until it's over. So what words are we thinking about now? Is his words, you see? The word of the Most High through the Bible that we're going over. He said, then shalt thou delight thyself in the Most High. And I will cause thee to ride upon the high places of the earth, and feed thee with the heritage of Jacob thy father, for the mouth of the Most High has spoken it. That's how we go up next. We got to honor the Sabbath. This ain't no sometime to think, okay, I'm going to honor it this week, And I'll be back, you know, a couple of weeks later, and I'll show up, I'll deal with whatever I'm gonna deal with. Whereas people that don't come to the Sabbath ceremony or the Sabbath holy day, they doing something on their own. They have found something, because Esau world, if you're doing something in Esau world got you doing something on the Sabbath day. That's why if you can, ask for the Sabbath off. You tell them they honor, we have freedom of religion here. So you can say, just my religious belief is that I don't work on the Sabbath. The Jewish people do it. They ain't working on no Sabbath day. Shoot, I remember being in Brooklyn, man, a few times. They have a siren that come on when the sun get ready to go down in Brooklyn. They say, woo, you hear it all over the city. And everything's shut down. By that time, they didn't shut down. They didn't even turn off no lights. They technical into telling what the Most High did to them. They not the Most High's chosen people, but they honor that Sabbath. You see? Going downtown. You don't see them. They ain't open on no Sabbath. The ones, I'm talking about the ones that call themselves, you know, dealing with Judaism. They ain't open on no Sabbath. They shut down on the 6th day evening, starting the 7th day. You know? And here we are trying to get it together. And there's no excuse for us. You want the kingdom of heaven, then you gotta honor the Sabbath. People out there, they going to sports, they dealing with they going to concert, they right there, they got a concert in the park, they got this going on the Sabbath. You going to dealing with the things of the world. You going out there, oh, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. Yeah, you gotta do that. You've been doing this, but then now this day, you're sinning before the Most High because you know better. There's a lot of things going on, but I gotta honor the Sabbath. And if I don't, it's the same thing that we're doing here. If I'm gonna go somewhere, it's about the word. It's about the Most High. It's about honoring the Sabbath. You understand? Doing good on the Sabbath. But for him, he says, not speaking your own words, so what words are we gonna speak? The words of this Bible. So if you can't speak the words of the Bible, you're supposed to be right here dealing with what you gotta deal with. We going over the Bible. You see what I'm saying? And we be in it until the Sabbath is over. We talking about what it is that we're supposed to be doing on the Sabbath day. Leviticus 23 and 3. This is what pleases the Most High. You see when we just please him what he did to us, right? he was hot. His anger waxed hot. He's a consuming fire against us. Leviticus 23 and 3. Leviticus 23 and 3. 6 days shall work be done, but the 7th day is the Sabbath of rest and holy convocation. It's a holy gathering.